So let's get started. We're starting with the PARSEVAL because I am still working on missions for the PARSEVAL. So, might as well, right? Lightninger, list of ships, roll up. I just posted the tweet. But I'll put it in there again for you. So we've got an AKIZUKI and a kid to deal with. That's great. Only one cruiser, Baltimore, 2 Bismarcks, a Vlad, and of course, a Shokaku. At least it's not an Enterprise. We high-five each other as we pass by, and now it's time to see if there's anything coming into A. And of course I find the anti-air destroyer. That's cool. Oh! And I found the AKIZUKI. That's neat. Okay, so they are lemming training hard to A. That's really good to know. Means that I need to move my carrier out. Oh, guys, it wouldn't be a ranked game with Zath if we didn't have an AFK. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Every single day I have streamed ranked, I have had an AFK on my team. Every damn day I've streamed this game mode, I've had an AFK. What are the chances, huh? Like, seriously. What are the chances? Get out of my way, buddy. Hello, Mr. Gaming. Oh, push into him at A. Sure, yeah. Push into all of them? Right. Yeah. Sure, yeah, I'll just spot the destroyer in A, no problem. And while I'm at it, I'll just lose all my planes while I'm doing it. Sure thing. Sorry, dude, but I need to do damage. And I'm not gonna do damage spotting a kid with my AP bombers. It's just not gonna happen. If I'm lucky, I will do damage on the busy. 3 hits, 3 citadels. That's what I like to see. This guy is trying to be a sniper with his catapult scout. And I'll tell you what, if he had a catapult fighter, it might be enough to drive me away, but he don't, so here we go. 1 sit that time. Let's follow up with another AP dive bomber strike. AKIZUKI has gone back to B, as you can see there. This is rank, rank 10 bracket, so why you'd have somebody set AFK, I have no idea. The person's also got a private profile, so there's that. Could be trying to AFK his way through ranked. I actually did that on the public test once, because I thought it would be fun. There's the kid. And there's the AKIZUKI. Baltimore is kind of in a bad spot. They're gonna have to do something. There's no way in hell are these guys gonna make it out alive. But hey, I did 38,000 damage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now I get to do it again. Okay, well that helps. That's first blood. Our Odin is still AFK. 6 minutes. Hello, Baltimore. See if we can help the team with the Vlad. Oh, lightning, why are you shooting? Of course, just 3 regular pens. I can't Citadel the Vlad, because that would be, you know, inappropriate. Yeah, he should be dead. Okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? Shokaku is desperate now. He's flying through my planes. Don't say I blame him. Massachusetts is doing a fantastic job. Okay, this Bismarck has a plane. So that's okay. I'm gonna do a drop, and then hopefully proc the plane. Yep. Good. That should pull the plane away. The carrier obviously trying to reinforce. That's alright, I got 2 citadels on him. I will take that. Gladly take that. Who needs a full team to win FIFA? Oh, hey, look! Our Odin's alive. Maybe? No? Oh, he is. He just posted in chat. Of course. Oh good, Massachusetts planes procced. There we go, good. So in theory the Baltimore should be able to beat off the AKIZUKI. There goes the Shokaku fighter, so now I can go in. Let's go! Oh, your engines are out, are they? That is most unfortunate for you, bruh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a race to defend the Baltimore. That's right, Carneth. I'm streaming. Congratulations. You got to be the 4th AFK in a row in 4 days of streaming ranked. Not 4th AFK. I should say you've made it so that every single day I've streamed rank, I've had an AFK on my team. And I can't believe we're actually going to win it. Hey, Hujam. No giveaway going just yet. Soon.tm. Ah, there you go. There you go. Going for the corner. Alright, 3 hits. Nice, nice, nice. Never know just got here, Hujam. Haven't you won enough anyways? Why did I pick rockets? Rockets are dumb, he's angled. Rockets are really dumb. Alright, whatever. What we need is a time extension. That's not going to happen now the Baltimore grabbed the cap. Oh well. I should have let the Baltimore die. Farm a little bit more. But I think I took care of my damage mission in this game, so that's nifty. Yep. Okay, so that's one. Hopefully that was enough base XP. I need 1100. Cause damage, there it is. Alright, Baltimore and AKIZUKI definitely deserve compliments. Definitely. What is this one? Okay, that's that mission. It's that one. Cool. You know, it's probably easier for me just to look at the combat missions over here. So, typically I'll do a daily win in the PARSEVAL, but I don't necessarily need to play that in ranked. So now Directive 4 has launched. I need to get a bunch of ribbons, shoot down airplanes, get credits, get achievements, or capture and assist in capture ribbons. There's that. In one battle, earn 2. Oh, okay. 1,500 base XP in the PARSEVAL or Z35. Did I not get that last? 1,500. I'll bet you I was just underneath. How much you want to bet I was just underneath? No. Do I have to have the other missions done first? Ah, it has to be random only. Random only. Can't count for ranked. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Whatever. We're gonna do a couple of games in ranked with AKIZUKI, because I'm grinding up that ship line as well. And then we'll switch over to some replay analysis. Dante, hello, how are you? Now there's few enough carriers in queue that I've got my finger over the escape. Never mind. I usually keep my finger over the escape key, and as soon as I see another carrier pop in, I hit the escape button as quickly as I can, just so that I can get out of the queue. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, There was just the one carrier necessary to finish up the battle, so. They've got a Takao, we've got a Hipper who's pink. That's exciting. Hi, Pooh. We got a visitor here, I think. I don't know if she's gonna want to hop on my lap or not, though. We'll see. She's probably looking for food again. Hey, Edge. Don't have a giveaway going yet. Don't worry, we'll get one going soon. Anti-air is off. Turning into the Lexington, and there we go. Now he got a strike off, you saw that, as soon as I got detected, and then of course now I turn my anti-air off. I don't want him to know exactly where I'm at. Of course this time I think he's going to be a little bit more prepared. Yep. Unfortunately I wasn't able to get to the cap in time. Once I get to the cap though, I will have the ability to smoke up. That song sounded annoying. Sorry guys. If you see a song you don't like or hear a song you don't like, just let me know, I'll skip it. And... Need help at A? Dude, I told you to stay together. Shout out a flat top. Good, snipe the Lexington. Anti-air is still off. That's good, that's good. Of course, he finds me instead of, you know, the other dude, but whatever. Didn't do that much damage. And I do need to shoot down planes, so I guess this kind of works. Nom nom planes. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. COSSACK found the Z-23 and the Takao. He got A though. He's gonna have to run. But that's good. That allows me to get moving. And what I want to do is I want to face spot this lightning. Why is the Zeppelin moving that way? Oh, cool, the Asashio. No difference in skill with the CV rework at all. No, no. Nothing like that. The Massachusetts is looking pretty low. Play your video game. Damn right, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, lightning went that way. Neat. How did this guy manage to heal up? You dumb carrier. And that's why you follow the team in ACV. Of course, I don't hit this North Carolina, because why would that happen? That would be too easy. Hi, North Carolina. Oh, what? Come on, shoot me. Where'd you go? There you are. Good, now you shot me. Now I get 20 seconds to shoot you back. Pew pew pew, pew pew pew. Hey, Alec. You have more questions? Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him because he only has the rear turret available right now. Enjoy your third fire. Here comes the planes. How much you want to bet they're gonna hit me right before I cap? Nope. Haha! There's the mass. There's the mass. Panic! Engine booster! I don't understand how they can't kill Massachusetts, but that's okay. We're making work over here. Yes, come closer, my friend. Where did I go, carrier? Spending all this time trying to hunt me to save your North Carolina, who's just moving around in circles. This is why the AKIZUKI is so fun. Whee! Arsonist! Digital Justice, how's rank going? Well, let's see. The first game we played, we had an AFK battleship. So that helped wonderfully. And we still managed to actually win that game with an AFK battleship, so riddle me that one. Hold on a second. Come on, COSSACK, you're just gonna throw your life away. And then the second game we're in right now, we had an Asashio that yeeted 2 capital ships with def strikes. First was one of our battleships, Massachusetts or North Carolina there, and then the second was our Graf Zeppelin. You can see where the Graf Zeppelin died, alone and sad. So, oh well. Oh, we've got an AKIZUKI to the south as well. Oh, great. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. The carrier's going to kill the AKIZUKI with the help of the Takao. That's going to extend the game just a little bit longer. And then the carrier's going to find myself or the COSSACK and kill one of us, or that North Carolina there, and extend the game even farther. Because people don't understand that 2 minutes means you can win if you just don't die. See, carrier's chasing after the COSSACK. Found him. Is the ship you are using a cruiser? No, it's a destroyer. Feels like a cruiser, doesn't it? This is the AKIZUKI. Alec, you of all people being such a fan of World War II and naval history, I thought you would have known about the AKIZUKI class Japanese destroyers. Look at that. Armed with 100mm fast-firing, high-angle guns. It was basically Japan's answer to anti-air issues, to aircraft. Relatively slow, though. Only went about, like, 33 knots. Come on, guys. 30 seconds. Come on. Don't take the bait and go chase the Takao. Stay behind cover. COSSACK, you better have smoke available. He probably burned through all of them. Watch as he gets yeeted right here. I told him to smoke up, and he waited till he got spotted by planes, and then smoked up. Just a few more seconds, that could have been enough to cause a loss. That was a fun battle, though. We 1v1'd. Kind of, it was almost like a 2v1'd. They're North Carolina, and that poor guy, man, he just... he tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, didn't really matter. Alright, another battle with the AKIZUKI. Hey, Glacial. No, Gandalf, believe it or not, we saw a smoke just at the end, right before the battle ended, so... not out of smokes. What was I looking for? I have too many tabs open, guys. You know how that goes. Alright. I'm gonna reuse giveaway starting up. Get good CC Camo code. Oh, you didn't focus on Japanese ships. Got it. Oh, I guess I didn't look to CV snipe or Q dodge. Oh well. So now we're stuck with an Enterprise. And they've got a Parseval. So at least I don't have to worry too much about the Parseval. Alright. Parseval's trying to go in for an AP rocket attack on the mines. Didn't do too much. That worked out okay. I think even though I didn't kill any planes, me being where I was helped to kill one or two of them that were coming in, so that's good. Got this Turpitz Black, who seems to want to come with, okay. Team Enterprise is a known hacker? What? You're only 12 years old, Alec? Wow. 12 years old and you're that interested in World War II history. It's impressive. Alright, their Kagero spotted going for B-cap as well. Try to lend a hand for our Turpitz Black here. I mean, the AP rockets aren't going to do much anyway, so it's great that he's wasting his bombers on the Turpitz. Hey, you're welcome, man. Most 12-year-olds aren't interested in history, that's for sure. Or a war that occurred, what, 70 years ago now? 75 to 80 years ago. That's crazy to think about, you know? Absolutely crazy to think about. Oh, good. So there's two things that I like about what I'm seeing here. First of all, I know your game, buddy. I'll take the free planes, thank you very much. See, in the German carriers, their planes are best suited for anti-destroyer work. The torpedo bombers are, and they can hit cruisers, destroyers okay too. They just don't do a lot of damage. Kagero, what? Okay, you know what? I don't like this position I'm finding myself in, so I'm backing off. Turpitz is bowing in, which is bad. Once again, trying to help out our Turpitz. I told him to back off, so he will, hopefully. Meanwhile, I like how our team is focusing that Mogami, which is good. Anti-air back off again. So you have to play this game very differently when you're in a destroyer like this. Oh, great. Yes, Alec, I have been to Pearl Harbor. I visited Pearl 4 or 5 years ago at this point. It's a very nice experience. Alright, now I can be a little bit more aggressive because I've got my smoke available. Oh, no, we just lost. Really could have used that radar capability. Just stay right there, buddy. Stay right there. Hello, Lenin. This is where I kind of wish I would have had IFHE. Come on, guys. That's why I started moving. I knew torpedoes were on their way. Bye, Lenin. And I'm pretty much half here, but that's alright. That means to die. Oh, that's it. Because nobody could finish the Baltimore. What are you guys doing over here? Well, it's 2-on-2. And their Kagro has definitely overextended. But he's probably going to kill the Massachusetts. Yeah. It is no good indeed. Yes, Alec, I did go on the Missouri. This guy, I don't know. We'll see what happens. What are you doing? I don't know what that is. I can look it up real quick, because I have time. Oh, reef triggerfish? No, I don't know if I have. He's not that good with this plane. No. He's... I can't tell you how good or bad he is because he hides his profile. But I would have thought we would have won this one quite easily, but I mean, we can still win this, but our Massachusetts needs to get out of the backfield, which he's starting to do, which is good. This guy, this Mainz, has to not die. Well, now he's a one-shot. The Enterprise seems to be far better at using torpedo bombers, so hopefully he'll just keep using torp bombers. Meanwhile, that happened with the PARSEVAL. And here's the part where the Mainz goes bye-bye. Doink. It's like he was playing super passive over here, and then he decided to get aggressive, and then just came over here, and then just lost. Hard lost. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, Massachusetts, you've got the North Carolina's broadside. You can do this. Of course, the question is, where's the Kagero? One of the problems when you've got a carrier that only knows how to do anti-battleship and anti-cruiser work is you don't know where the hell the destroyer is, and killing destroyers is what wins games, not killing battleships, really. So, come on, carrier, it's on you to find the Kagero now. That's right, that's his last known location, but he's definitely not there anymore. I would put him down south. If I was a Kagero player, I'd be like right here. You would think that a Kagero would be like just hard countered in a CV game, but man. There he is. Come on, CV. Work with your team here. Put up a plane to keep it spotted for the Massachusetts. I mean, this guy needs to die quickly. And we need a cap. Doesn't matter. Massachusetts now. He'll be able to get into A, but the question is, can he survive? The Enterprise is so far away. I think the Enterprise is out of fighters. Well, if we're lucky, the PARSEVAL is out of planes. And if we're lucky, he's going to derp in front of the Massachusetts. If that happens, we win. If not, then oh well. I don't know. Terrible. Oh well. Terrible position for those planes. Come on, Enterprise. He's too busy trying to strike the PARSEVAL. I mean, that'll win the game, right? So the Massachusetts shouldn't have turned in like he did. That forced him to lose angle. Oh, nice hits at least. Oh, good. Good, good. Come on. Come on, Massachusetts. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Massachusetts. Let's go. Boom, boom. Come on. In the butt. In the butt. Almost. Almost. Don't worry about the bombers. Come on. Hey, defense expert. Nice. Dispersion is okay. Bam! This is a pretty outspoken forum guy playing it, yeah. Oof. Well, you guys were asking how ranked is going today. These are two games that should have been losses that the enemy team threw. So thank you, enemy team, for the throws. Alright, Massachusetts is getting complimented. Turpage is getting complimented. No, I didn't, Desta. Edge case, can you tell me what it was? I wanted to open that on stream. Oh, is there more? Oh, the Azure Lane container. That's right. Yeah, I'm getting bored. Jutland? Alright. Just scroll up in chat if you can, Edge, and see if you can see the cover of my replay from Desta. But if it's a Jutland game, that's fine. I'll take a look and see if I can find it in my stash. We are going to switch over to replay analysis because... Woohoo! We finished! We got ourselves up to rank, what was that, 7? I only typically play to rank 6. I think I got up to rank 8, actually. Akizuki is love, Akizuki is life, yes. Jutland, Southwinter. Got it! Thank you. Desta, it's fine, man. Don't worry. Obviously, I'm just, like, hyper-focused on the game, so... Yeah, I just got to rank 8. Okay. I was gonna check something. What's gonna... Ah, yes. The Akizuki equipment. Because I should probably put the better torpedoes on. Quicker torps. Better torps. Let's do it. And, one thing I want to note. So, I'm running the steering gears on the Akizuki. I know a lot of people prefer propulsion, but I find the Akizuki, the rudder shift time is so damn slow. Like here, if I went back to propulsion, just so you see, 5.6 seconds. And I find that having that ability to turn that rudder that much quicker is really important considering how big the turning circle radius is on the Akizuki. Can I show my commander build? Yeah, sure. So here's what I've got from my Akizuki. Oh, Prevalence, there you go. I just answered your question. Perfect. It wasn't the Enterprise, Alec, but I know the Enterprise was fitted for night ops. Or was it the Enterprise? Hey, Sanctus, how you doing? So this is my build. Now, there's two viable builds for Akizuki, especially in ranked. There's the non-IFHE, and then there's the IFHE build. The reason why I don't have IFHE quad Q on my Akizuki is I want to try it out and see. Generally speaking, if I go back to port, I can show you guys.
Sunnier is now following.
Hey, thank you very much for the follow there, Sunnier. If I go out, I can show you that 3.5% chance of causing a fire with IFHE, and you'll pen 32 millimeters of armor. Now, without IFHE, let's bring back Yamamoto. you go from 3.5% to 8%, so it's a significant increase in fire chance. Now, you do miss out on penetrating 32 millimeters of armor. We talked about this the last stream, but generally speaking, most of the battleships that you encounter at tier 8 in ranked have 32 millimeter bow and 32 millimeter stern armor. And some of them also have 32 on the upper belt. So what that means is, if you're running an IFHE AKIZUKI build, you have to be really good at focusing on the bow or stern plating. Okay, generally speaking. That's right, Khan. I do have just a little bit of Elite Commander XP. So, but anyway, so that's the nice thing about running IFHE, is if you're able to focus in on that. So, for example, the Lenin I just faced. The Lenin I just faced stayed bow into me, so I could have just penned his bow for days. I kept trying to shoot the superstructure, and you can see even the upper or middle part of the funnel and lower part of the funnel has 60 millimeters armor for balancing purposes, comrade. And then the aft armor here is 32. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to look in the battles, and I like to look at my hits afterwards to make my decisions. In this case, I had 223 hits, and out of those, only 88 were penetrations. So, you know, what is that? Almost 1/3 was a penetration, whereas the rest of them were shatters. So when I see something like that, I need to think about, okay, who was I shooting at? I'm shooting at the Massachusetts and North Carolina predominantly, both of which are going to shatter all of my shells. So in that case, I'm focusing on fires. How much fire damage did I do? I did 53,000 fire damage, and I caused 6 fires. You may recall I got a arsonist in this game by basically burning this guy to the waterline. If I had IFHE, could I have burned him down? Maybe. If I had IFHE, could I have killed him faster? That's a subjective question, because when you get that penetration with your shell hit, it does where's my AKIZUKI? It does 1/3 the damage, the maximum damage. So the damage is 1200, so it does 1/3 of that. So it does 400 damage for each penetrating hit. Okay, so if you really wanted to math things out a bit, what you can do is you can look at the number of non-penetrations you had. Now, not all of them are going to be on areas that you can penetrate with IFHE. A good number of them are probably going to be on the deck or turrets or casemate armor, whatever. Right? So, and that I'm glad you mentioned that, edge case, because I was going to bring that up. Fire doesn't cause saturation, whereas HE alpha does. So, how many shells did I have non-pen? 126. Oh, I need to fix my line. 126. So let's take 126 and just divide that by 2. That's 63 penetrating hits I would have had. Now, assuming that I'm hitting an area that has not saturated and therefore will not reduce my damage from those hits, let's do the maximum 400. That's 25,000 damage that I kind of left on the table by not taking IFHE. But look at how much fire damage I got. So the way I look at it is it's a trade-off, and you have to decide which one's most important for you. In this particular battle, I'm only shooting battleships. IFHE would have been more helpful. But in other battles where I'm engaging destroyers, IFHE is meaningless. It doesn't help me whatsoever. And against cruisers, IFHE doesn't help me either. Let's take a look at the other battle I did. The one that I just finished. Digital Justice, why do you want me to go back to my earlier Aki game? I just went back to it for a second. Hey, Voodoo. Yeah, that was the first one. And then this is the second one. This is the second one we played on stream. So 164 hits, of which about 1/3 of them were penetrations and 2/3 were non-pens. Once again, let's go ahead and let's take a look. This was me shooting at a whole bunch of battleships, I believe. Yep, I shot the Lenin and the Lenin only. In this case, I only did 8,000 damage with fires. And if I were to do the math and take, let's call that 54. Where's my calculator? 54 times 400, I would have had 21,000 more damage on that Lenin. Again, assuming that that bow never saturates. The bow will start to saturate, which means we'll start seeing diminishing returns on the hits that I'm getting. So in this particular battle, IFHE would have helped. In the last battle, it's a toss-up. It could have helped, it might not have helped. And then yesterday in the games I played with the AKIZUKI, we found that IFHE wouldn't have been that big of a deal. It's Lenin, not gonna happen. Well, he was bow into me for the majority of that engagement as soon as he saw me. So what I could have done... Again, where's that Lenin? I'm blind, guys. Here it is. So what I could have done if I had IFHE, and I commented on this when I was playing the game, I could have just simply just focused on the bow for the whole time, because he was angled about like this to me, so I could have just tried to focus on hitting the bow. But even then, right, you're shooting the bow, you're going to get more misses, you're going to get hits down here on the 100mm belt. The bow is going to start to saturate, it's going to start darkening, and as it darkens, that means the bow takes less damage, that section of the ship takes less damage. So ultimately, the only way that I could kill this ship quickly was a torpedo hit, which you guys saw me do as I started running away. That's the only way I could have done that quickly enough. Over time, maybe I could have done the other stuff. Digital, thank you.
_justice cheered Dex 100. Good info, thanks.
Yeah, guys, before we switch over to replay analysis, are there any other mechanics you want to ask about or any other discussions you want to have? I'm not overly sold on the non-IFHE build on the AKIZUKI, but this is something I'm trying. And I want to see, does fire starting have a bigger impact? Keep in mind that fire damage is 100% repairable, whereas penetration damage is only... Is it a third or 50%? Either way, that 400 damage chunk, 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 chunk I'm doing to ships is only, you know, half to a third repairable. So in the long run, it comes down to IFHE doing more penetrating damage is probably better in the long run. In the short run, keeping ships on fire really, really freaking helps. Because it forces DCPs and it causes them to take permanent fire damage and flood damage from other targets and stuff like that. At least it can. Where did you move your 4 points from for IFHE? I didn't know what to do with that. So what I did was I went for Demolition Experts and then I picked up Priority Target. You can see here my non-AKIZUKI build, or my IFHE build runs this. So basically I figured buff the fire chance and then allow me to see when I'm being detected. When you lose IFHE, take RPF. I could take RPF too. That's not a bad idea. My thought on the matter was I wanted to buff the guns as much as possible. Is it the best build? I don't know necessarily. I could definitely try RPF. Exactly right, Iremios. You're limited by the amount of fire damage your ship repairs. You have, what is it, four maybe charges, maybe 5 charges of repair parties, depending on the situation, and then you go from there. So there. I find in ranked battles, most of the time, I'm not like trying to find the destroyer in my AKIZUKI, because while I can beat that, I'm much better off just beating up on ships and farming damage. Exactly right, Testa. Spread the fires. Because one thing I find, especially in ranked with battleships, is they're very skittish. They don't like to commit, and they don't like to be aggressive. Although we've seen our share of super aggressive battleships in this game. In ranked, but a lot of times they'll sit and then they'll kind of camp. So if I can go with my AKIZUKI and smoke up and set one on fire and then move to another, set them on fire, just keep going back and forth, well, I win. So that's kind of my thinking behind this. One other thing I want to show you guys too is when it comes to battleships, right now, especially because of the German container missions, there's an awful lot of German battleships. We saw the Tirpitz in the last game and stuff like that. And those you can pen the bow and stern as well, surprisingly enough. But the rest of it, aside from that superstructure, you know, you can't. You can't pen the armor belt on the sides here, so. Yeah, burning down 5 kilometers from my smoke, exactly. I don't understand why America did not put torpedo tubes in everything like Japan did. Like Congo Pride said, yeah. Yep. The other thing, too, I think, was the fear of having the torpedoes, the extra explosives all over the place. Penetrating bow is better than superstructure, Imios. Well, if I've got IFHE, I'm going to want to penetrate the 32mm bow. The superstructure gets saturated pretty darn quick. Once it gets saturated, I'm not doing any that much damage to that superstructure. Okay. The other thing to mention is you don't have to pen to set fires. That's exactly correct, Everlens. For Everlens, so you don't have to. You can have a shell hit here, set a fire. You can have a shell hit here, set a fire. Conning tower, set a fire. It doesn't have to penetrate. So it comes down to if you like to be that kind of person that's hyper accurate with your aim and you know exactly where to shoot to do damage on battleships and stuff, then IFHE is going to be your choice. If that's your main goal. If you don't want to think too much about aim and you want to be more focused on awareness, whatever, in the battle, then I think IFHE is not as important. Superstructure hits are also annoyingly hard to get hit on angled targets with fat turrets in the way. Well, yeah, because so you're shooting at the turret, it's like this. Look how much of that superstructure is blocked by the front turrets. And so if you've got a bow in turrets like this, if you've got IFHE, you better be shooting for that 4-in plating. But if you miss, you're gonna hit the turret and shatter, or you might hit the you might hit the superstructure, or you might hit the armor belt and shatter, or you might miss completely and not hit at all. But if you've got IFHE, you absolutely have to be thinking, I have to shoot the bow. I have to shoot the bow. And the problem is, let's say you set a fire on the bow. What next? Do you then shift your target to that superstructure to try to set a second fire, or do you keep shooting the bow? And once that bow gets saturated, now what are you shooting at? Because you know you're going to do pen damage, but saturation means it does less and less and less, and pretty soon that 400 damage per hit decreases. As a matter of fact, here I'll tell you what. Let me show you guys this. Let me do this. You guys okay if I take you into a training room battle for a minute? And if anybody wants to join me, come on to the server or online, and you can join me in the server. You guys okay with that? Do I have every ship unlocked in the game, Alec? Yes. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run a ship with IFHE. I'm gonna run the AKIZUKI, and we're gonna go in a training room. And I'm going to create a battle. If anybody wants to join, what I'd like you to do is ready up a tier 8 battleship. It doesn't matter what ship it is, but ready up a tier 8 battleship, and you can join me in the training room, okay? We're going to set this to 60 minutes. I don't know that it's going to take a full 60, but I'm just going to put the max on here. Team members, tier 8, and I'm going to ask you to just play battleship, okay? No subs. None of that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter what nation. Can allow spectators. If anybody wants to spectate and watch, they're welcome to do so. And we'll just do it on Ocean because it's the easiest. And, whoa, what is that? Domination tournament. I don't remember which one matters, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Alright, if you want to join in, come on in, and what we'll do... Hey, Wooden Chef, there you go. Unless you want to be a spectator, then just let me know, okay? Ocean Armor Test is probably the easiest. What does Ocean Armor Test do? I've never done it before, so... Lines up ships for pen testing at different ranges. Okay, that definitely helps, doesn't it, then? Don't you need to allow for one destroyer? Oh, yeah, I do. It shows you how often I set these kinds of things up. There we go. Thank you, C-Red. Alright, so Wooden Chef's going to take the Roma. And we're going to fill with bots. Anybody else want to come in? Let me know, otherwise we will go ahead and get started. Oh, here's Desta. Okay, cool. Remove. There we go. You're helping! What are we doing? We're talking about penetrating hits and trying to hit ships from more realistic angles and stuff like that. So I should have filled with bots. Bots are not armed, not moving. And I'm gonna go ahead and run... What? Oh, you. Ready up my AKIZUKI, and... There we go. Doesn't really matter. Do America versus... Well, I want a good mix, and I think that's a nice mix. Are there any ships over here that you think I should add? Got Massachusetts with Desta. Wooden's in the Roma. Got North Carolinas. I think that's a good mix. Couple Germans as well. Hey, Classic's in! Alright, Classic. Igneous. Igneous could work. Classic, do you have an Igneous? Or Wooden or Desta, if you guys have... or an Amagi is the same thing. It's an Amagi clone. So if you got an Amagi, just ready up an Amagi. We're gonna... Let's remove... that one. Let's add a bot. What's a battleship we haven't seen on here yet? I don't know if that really matters. Oh. There you go. There you go. Let's add battleship and let's add Vladivostok. There we go. Alright. Subrider, thank you for the follow.
Call Rider is now following.
Oh, Felipe's in here too. Awesome. Remove from the room. Okay. Lenin. It wouldn't let me do a Lenin, so because it's a premium ship and the training room doesn't let you put premium ships in. So, all right, let's go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys with IFHE the difference in damage, and then without IFHE, we'll simulate without IFHE by trying to hit the armored plating portion of the ship. I don't know that it's going to work, but we can try it. And those of you guys that are in ships, feel free to move around. Feel free to shoot at the ships on my team. That's perfectly fine. It's a shame you can't add premiums. Yes, it is. This is cool. I've never actually done a training room kind of a deal with you guys. So, but this is something that any player has available to them. So if you want to test some builds out, you don't always have to just go into co-op or randoms or whatever. You can go into other things too. Alright, so I'm going to start by shooting up Felipe. Oh, that's fine, Wooden Chef. Thank you. Felipe's going to start moving around and trying to dodge and stuff like that. And you can see right now I'm shooting terribly. I'm hitting the bow, but I'm also hitting the turrets. And I'm getting some shatters. I'm hitting torpedo. See how the bow is already saturated? Look at the damages I'm pulling. Those numbers. 400? Well... 792 it looked like, actually, sorry. I'm gonna keep shooting. 792 hits. 396. So I'm getting just under 400 hit points a hit. Now it's down to 1188. Now it's down to 522. 198. You see where I'm going with this? The bow is saturated now. So... if I don't have a large area to shoot, guess what? I'm kind of stuck there. Let's move on to Wooden Chef here. Again, I'm getting good damage right now against the bow. This is 32mm bow, and I'm penetrating it. Now I started a fire, so now I'm not going to start a fire on it again. It's getting dirty, it's getting saturated, and look at the damage numbers start to go down. Am I going to be able to kill this battleship by just penetrating the bow? No. I have to do fire damage as well, and eventually I'm going to do even less damage. Now all I'm doing is I'm doing damage to the overall hull of the ship. Oops. Alright, now let's try to simulate a battleship that's pushing me. Here's the Bismarck. Obviously, he wouldn't be that close to me, but you get the idea. Like I was saying before, now I'm gonna shoot him, and only in the bow for now. I got my fire. Okay, now let's try to get another fire. Let's go for that superstructure. Look at all those non-penetrating hits. I'm hitting the turret, so I have to aim a little bit higher. But now look how many times I'm missing because I'm aiming too high. I finally got my fire. Now what? Now I guess I have to just go back to trying to pen that bow. Congo, that's why taking multiple torps on the nose do less and less damage over time. Best when torps are spread out. It's the same concept with guns. Exactly right, Congo. So, sure, IFHE is gonna help me initially do a large chunk of damage, but is it doing enough to the point where I'm able to kill this battleship quickly and reliably? I just don't think so. Now you gotta bullseye the secondaries? Okay. Bullseyeing the secondaries. Look at all those non-pens. Alright, where is the Vlad? The Vlad's there. Alright. Now, against the Vlad, look how much open armor it's got here on the front bow. One of the things that I think you, as a destroyer player, want to get more comfortable with. I'm going to saturate the bow, and then I'm going to switch to AP. That's a pretty dirty looking bow, huh? Alright, now let's switch to AP. Watch the difference in damage that you get from AP. AP will still pen the bow. Sometimes it'll ricochet. Now, if I'm aiming a little bit lower, that's hitting that icebreaker bow on it. But you can see I'm still doing pretty decent damage here. Nice fire chance, I know, right? That's because these bots don't have any skills. There's no fire reduction that the battleship players are typically playing in ranked, stuff like that. So if I don't have IFHE, I can still do meaningful damage by penetrating the bow. I just have to use AP, and I have to do it when the ship's at a decent enough damage, if I'm looking to do non-fire damage. Switching up to the North Carolina, same deal. 32mm of armor. Look how much more damage I'm doing with AP into it right there. See what I mean? Oh. Now, as I get a steeper angle, eventually, it's going to start bouncing off that bow armor. There it is. Now it's just nothing but shatter or but ricochet. Pew, 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 pew. Here's where you would want to switch to IFHE and go back to doing that kind of stuff. You had an Akizuki spam AP at you and your kid today. You're really not sure what he was thinking. He was thinking of doing more reliable damage, most likely. Alright, Felipe, let's see if we can... AP, rear the ship. You ended up killing him even though he had a battleship support as well as carrier support. Just because he bounced almost all his shells. If you're broadside, those 100 millimeters do really good damage. But if you are showing an angle, you can see that it's you know, your AP will... Their AP will just bounce right off of you, so... Exactly right, Ted. Now, let's say the Amagi, let's say Felipe is on full fire right now. Where do you want to shoot? You typically want to shoot the area that's the cleanest. Alright, now we can't shoot here with AP. Or we can, actually, because this is an Amagi. You can see how we're doing decent AP hits. Now, this is pretty close to the target, of course. But we could also aim for a little bit higher for that superstructure as well. Felipe's watching me. He doesn't like that I'm shooting his ship. Yeah, if he's chasing, I call those skill shells. But again, this is assuming that Felipe is on full fire. If he's not on full fire, and you don't have IFHE, then you might as well go for more fires, right? Don't send you back to work? No problem. Any other questions you guys want to ask about with this stuff? You're probably starting to get bored, and that's fine. So we can switch to go into replay soon. So, and those of you guys that hung out, thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and you guys are welcome to yeah, go ahead and sink me. I don't care. I was just gonna say, go ahead and shoot me. It's fine. Desta was just waiting for that opportunity there. Kill Desta before leaving. That's funny. Aw, Felipe! That one secondary hit from Classic took me out. Let's take a look at the Amagi armor scheme afterwards. Sure thing. We're expecting that, were you, Classic? And let's take a look again at the damage. Now, this is with IFHE. We had clearly about 2/3, a little bit more than that, but that's in a situation where I'm shooting at somebody that's not moving. I can get up close, and I can be very precise with my aim without worry of being shot at. So I can put 100% of my focus on damaging that target. There's a reason I wasn't getting much mileage back there. That's right. Let's go back to port. You guys are welcome to finish it out if you want. Team kill each other, have fun. And you wanted to see the Amagi, right? Amagi armor scheme. Here we go. Isn't that the ship you won? The sailing backwards composition? That was the Arkansas beta that I won. I had to keep reversing and do as much damage as possible in reverse. Firing only HE. So I used the Arkansas beta for that. Alright, so hit us, Edge. Why was I not getting much mileage out of shooting the Amagi? The belt extends super far back to all the way over here. So when I was shooting the rear of the ship, I was bouncing or shattering on the aft armor
Classic
belt.
Lip cheered X500. Thanks for the explanation on IFHE.
Classic, you're welcome, man. Thank you very much for the cheer. So I was shattering AP on that red section that goes almost all the way to the back of the stern. Now, this also exists in the Izumo on their armor scheme too, in the Tier 9 ship. Now, does the key have that? Yes, it does. You can also see that the key has it there too. But it's a little bit shallower, so you have a little bit larger area to try to pen with AP. Moral of the story, some battleships have jerk armor schemes, yeah. And so it's important when you're trying to be cognizant as you're shooting, you want to be looking at the right side of your screen and looking at your number of pens and non-pens and stuff like that and see, are you actually hitting. Now, the American battleships, I didn't show this to you, I probably should have. One of the things to know about the American battleships is that the stern is relatively wide. Why does that matter? Because if you're up in the front and you're shooting the bow and you're over-penning, switch to the stern, because the stern, you'll almost always get more penetrating hits. Just because of the way it works out. So, all right, are we ready to go over some replays now, guys? You just bounced so many shots on Talon. You were at like 110%. The guy was at 80%. He died, and you survived. That's hilarious, Meals. Sansi Seno, hello. How you doing? Oh, before I forget, I need to find for was it Desta or was it was it Draw? Was it Desta or was it Classic? The Jutland game. Either way, I'm going to move that up to the top of the list. So we'll start with the Jutland after a quick break. Desta was yours. Okay, cool. All right, so here's the deal, guys. We're going to do our usual switch over to Dirty Water and replays. I have to turn off mods and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to throw a quick ad up. When we get back from the ad, we will start doing some replay analysis, and I'm going to do our first drawing for a Get Good CC Camo code. Please make sure that you hit ! ticket to get in for that drawing, and you have to be a follower in order to win. Alright, and I think that's about all I have to say at this point. So, go Gadget ad break. See you in 3 minutes. Make sure you post what ads you get, because it's always fun to see what you guys get. Okay. Time to turn off the mods. If you're still listening to me, it is because you have you've subscribed, and thank you very much for that. As always, let's load up the Jutland game.
Action stations.
Action stations. Hey, Rogue Wolf, how you doing? $46. You're okay trying to cool down after a long, hot day at work, huh? Nice. Nice, nice. Yes, Congo, that was my kitchen. Alright. And a trash can, yeah, that's actually my recycle bin. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. I think everyone's back now. Yeah, cool. As always, when we switch over to replay analysis, I start you off by looking at a butt. In this case, it's Destawaits' butt. And he's playing in the Jutland, used cover my replay. And yes, that's the Halloween. Is it the Halloween? No, this is not the Halloween. This is the post-apocalyptic camo thing, the Inferno camouflage. Are you running the... You got the B hull, looks like. You got that turret in the rear, and then you got your front turrets. Alright. The Mad Max camo. There you go. Alright, guys, shall we do our drawing? Where is my... Oh, there it is. I have too many tabs open, guys. Here we go. For subscriber camouflage. Edge case. Totally rigged. Totally rigged. So when a rogue wave goes on vacation and harvests the filth. Anyway, C is being capped. Obviously, it's either Yagumo or Benson. And it is the Benson, so there you go.
Smoke generator activated.
Now, this smoke here, I think is... I mean, it's a bit of a panic smoke, but I don't know that it's a necessary smoke. Because all you're going to end up doing is getting in a position where you're trying to circle back. So I think you would have been better off just going straight into the island and then backing into C. Because the Benson was also running away. I don't think Edge Case is here a redraw. Oh god, you guys are hilarious.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Alright, so now the Benson has decided to go back into C. So it looks like you are... Yeah, it's easy to do panic smokes, man. I do it too. But looking at the mini-map, the majority of the enemy team is at Delta. So you could probably get away with going into Charlie right now. You can see that you've got some teammates here that can support you. And the Cleveland is your biggest threat besides the Benson. But the Cleveland's pretty far away. So I think I would have gone into C here as quickly as possible. You going away from C means that... nice torpedo hit. You going away from C means that they're winning here, and they might even win over here. And that can cause a general retreat of the team. There's 2 ships in C, 2 destroyers. How do you know there's 2 ships in C, Edge? Sansi Sentinel with the flex.
Torpedoes direct front.
Exactly right, Congo. I mean, you've got Abruzzi, Baltimore, Atlanta nearby. Here's where I'd hit F3 to try to encourage my team to, you know, shoot this guy. One of the nice things about the Jutland is that the rear turret is a 360-degree turret. So watch as he switches angle. You can see that rear turret. And that rear turret is going to swap to the other side. So it's a very comfortable turret layout for doing like anti-destroyer work and stuff. Now I might you got a couple choices. One is DCP the engine damage and YOLO. The other possibility is turn north and get the heck out. If you YOLO, you'll probably kill the Benson, but that Atlanta might be ready for you. So you're taking the safe approach, figuring you already torped him once in his smoke, you might as well try again. That's right, all the turrets are 360. That's right, the front turrets are as well. That's a trait that's carried over into the tier 10 of the line as well. Cleveland uses his radar just when you don't want him to, but that's okay, you still got the cap. That's the daring is the tier 10. Congo says, work on gunnery a little bit. Well, generally speaking, we've talked before about the difference between like scroll zooming and snap zooming. And I think that snap zooming does help with your overall accuracy because you're able to get your shots on target much quicker. You thought that that torp would have been a full cap reset. I think cap resets go based off of number of hits, not damage done. So in that case, it was a 1 torpedo hit, and therefore 1 cap reset. Yes. They are also 360 in front. You identify as a shift key zoomer. Mm-hmm. We'll have to see if there's another time. Oh, look, the Yagumo came back to play with you, too. Now he's stopping. I don't know why you're shooting there. You notice how his smoke... I think that was a little bit of a delayed reaction there, but that's alright. Now, unfortunately, your smoke's not available. I would normally say, here's where you'd want to just YOLO charge him and catch him in Hydro, but obviously he's not there. Or you don't have Hydro, I should say, for another 20 seconds, so... Alright. Here, I'm going to pause for a second, because Desta has gotten himself into a position that we often see destroyers running into. And there's all sorts of choices that he could make. Choice 1 is to continue backing up. You saw that he went to see if he had a torpedo arc. He did not. So he could continue to back up or move forward to try to get his torpedoes on target. That's option 1. Option 2 is he could YOLO charge in, knowing that the Benson is probably there supporting him as well. And then option 3 is to back up behind the island here, just in case the Yagumo sends torpedoes at him. Desta says, does Yagumo have powerful guns? Yes. So you have to be careful not to give battle, like Edge says, on his terms. The Yagumo can win that, especially if he's got a Benson backing him up. So a lot of players will get killed here trying to get a torpedo angle on that Yagumo. That's why I wanted to bring that up. And there's the Benson. Had you been just a little bit quicker, you could have gotten resets on that Benson. Ditka Fat Dog, hello, how are you?
Enemy destroyer blown up. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Hydro. 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 I sound like I'm playing Street Fighter. Tiger, tiger uppercut, tiger. Now, this is extremely risky. You're getting him to open up, that's fine, but nobody can help you right now.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Beto, thank you for the follow.
SC is now following.
Yes, Hydro, uppercut. Exactly. Your stream is delayed? That's unfortunate. It should only be delayed by a couple of seconds at the most.
stations. Concentrate fire.
Good
on
morning,
the
Dury.
target.
You reset it. What happened to D? That's a very good question because the majority of the enemy went to D and they all died there. Don't aim waterline with HE. Assault strike. Yeah, he could aim a little bit higher up. The whole Atlanta div camped there and died. Got it. Yeah, it's a really good replay because it helps us to show some of the decisions made and stuff. Now, you were looking at the turrets earlier. I want to stop the game for a second. You were looking at the turrets, and I know you were also looking at your hit point pool and saying, I don't have a lot of hit points left. One of the things that you could have done, watch the turrets and see if he's shot. Most likely he will. If he does shoot, stop, smoke, and just farm him. Because you've got the ability to do that. Your guns are pretty decent. And what do you know? The Scharnhorst went right into the Yagumo's playground and died. Sure, so you're figuring the Monarch's going to take him out and you don't need to worry about him? Is that your line of thinking there? Those torpedoes might barely hit on the edge. You guess so? Okay. And that's fine. You can do that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you do stop and smoke, you'll do a little bit more damage. You might get some more XP, but you'll use up a smoke, which you've only got 2 left, so you might want to use it later. I can understand that. You also have Hydra going for another minute, so if you're gonna go and compete against this Yagumo, now's the time to do it. I would not smoke there. I would not smoke until you were sure you were going to be within visual range of the Yagumo. You are now. Here's where I talked about before in the training room. You could switch to AP for a broadside shot. That's why you didn't want to smoke up as early as you did. Now you've lost him. Now you've got to come out and try to find him. Now you have to deal with Yagumo possibly torpedoing you in the face. Well, he also smoked, yeah, and that enables him to get out. But the nice thing is now you're approaching him with Hydro going. You only have 16 seconds left, and there he is. You're able to shoot him now. Scharnhorst finishes him off. That's fine. Now you've got this angry Colorado that you torped. Now it's just 3 battleships left. As long as you can get out of this without being spotted, you're golden. Okay, we're going to fast forward, guys, because now it's only going to be just watching Desta sail around and torpedo things. I would turn back around and grab C now. No point in chasing the... Okay. I was going to say, no point in chasing the Colorado because, you know, that makes it more difficult for your torpedoes to hit him. Your team's doing a nice job of converging. All you need to do once you grab this cap is provide spotting for the enemy, or for your team. Could he have farmed the Colorado from Yagumo smoke? Definitely. Definitely could have done that. He didn't. That's okay. Testa actually played Destroyer right this game. Okay. I'm pausing it here real quick. I stopped the action. Because look how close you are to the Gneisenau now. You're almost 1 kilometer difference away. And I know you want to get torps on the Musashi. The problem is you're getting so close to that Gneisenau, he might detect you. This is a very risky turnout here. Fortunately for you, the Gneisenau is turning as well. That's going to slow his ship down. And now you can get away. fast forwarding in because we're once again watching just a bunch of torpedoes. And look, Gneisenau is now 5.9. So this is a big mistake here. Your detection's 5.7. Boom, you're detected. Gig is up. They know where you're at. And even if you want to sit and smoke, that's fine. But your torpedoes have a very limited, low chance of actually hitting now because these guys know where you're at. You didn't slow down quickly enough. So that smoke screen isn't going to help you. As soon as you open up here... Okay, you're lucky. You're right, that direct line there, you're right past the smoke, so you are able to get some shots in on the Gneisenau at least. Yeah, exactly. Royal Navy destroyers are slow. AP would work, yep. But again, he's not interested in thinking too much about that. He's more, I gotta get out of detection range. You did set a fire, that is true. Which I think you might have DCP'd, and that might open up the possibility. But I'll bet you right now you wish you had your fire or your smoke available, because right now you could be shooting this Gneisenau for free. But you blew that earlier. So here's the turrets, the front turrets rotating. Now you're in a situation where if that Monarch dies, he's naked, then it's just you versus the two battleships. Now you've got all 4 caps. You're going to win this game as long as you don't get killed. That's what you have to be thinking about right now. Monarch goofs. Of course the Monarch goofs, because it's the end of the battle. That's what they always do. We're going to go watch the goof. He beached.
It's all on you.
So this is the part where you just hit full speed and you sail to A1 and you forget about ever trying to attack battleships again. Congo is exactly right. When you got spotted by that Gneisenau, you got extremely lucky that nobody really shot at you other than some secondaries. Had they shot you and killed you, game over at this point. So that's why you can't afford, you cannot afford to allow yourself to get spotted this low, this late in the game. Forget the guns. Oh my god. Why? You are asking to be shot at and killed right now, dude. There's no reason to shoot. Absolutely no reason to shoot. Wow. You wanted that 100K? Yeah, but I'll tell you what, 100K on a loss is worth a lot less than 97K on a win. So I think that was just extremely high risk and very little reward for that. You are lucky, I think. And Ted, please tell me on this. I think you're very lucky that the Musashi had HE loaded for you instead of AP loaded. 100K isn't worth 11 reports. There you go, Congo. Exactly right, Ted. You had 3,500 HP left on your ship. You might have reported him anyway for that. There you go. Oh, Tedster, this is your Lenin game in ranked. Hop on in if you want. I'm on the wiki for the warships wiki. I want to see where is it? AP shell maximum damage is 14.8. So I'm trying to do the math in my mind. If he got 2 AP overpens on you, that might have been enough to kill you. Instead, he shot you and he hit you with, I think, 1 HE shell. HE shell maximum damage is 7,300. So let's go to the calculator. 7,300 divided by 3. because he's doing penetrating hit. That's 2,433. If he hit you with another HE shell, you probably could have died. Alright. Or if you could aim, yeah. He fired way too early to anticipate the dodge, yep. The link for today's reviews, yeah, give me a second, Mumu. How are you today, by the way? I tweet them out always, so you can, if you follow me on Twitter, then you'll see what they are. But there you go. That's our list for the day. Slightly better, still sick? Okay. Alright, so getting to this game, there's no carriers in this game, so Tedster's able to position himself wherever the heck he feels like. And thank goodness, Tedster is not following the other two battleships. He's looking to create crossfires. There's a Lightning Tempest in Massachusetts all heading to A. And you have your two HE spammer ships, the Takao and the Kutuzov, with you. And the Akizuki is... well, he got the cap and now he's going to go get himself killed. Ranked COSSACK game for the lulz. Okay, Red, no problem. Was that on Zigzag? See, Red, or is that submitted recently? Nice Citadel hit on the Takao there. Stevie's here. Yeah, Duckman, I talked to my wife afterwards, and yeah, he typically weighs about 8 or 9 pounds. Both cats are pretty lean for cats. We don't feed them a lot, and they do exercise, so that helps. Nice hit. And of course you're running an OP Zov, right? And there's an Otago you could shoot, but that broadsiding North Carolina is just too much, huh? And the Otago's pretty far away too. Oh yeah. 22k. Oh look, your lightning died. Because, you know, detonations and ranked are a thing. Flame just released a copy-paste video about Lazuli and Latorio, yeah. So what's going to happen, Red, is everybody's going to say that Flame saw it first or something like that, and whatever. I starve my cats? What do I feed them? Brown rice? No, we feed them soft cat food, and we also have some hard food. It's like a hairball control formula, but Stevie throws it up often, and he struggles to eat. He's unfortunately had a lot of dental problems, so we've had to pull a bunch of his teeth. So I think it hurts. I think it hurts him. It's painful to eat and chew the hard food. Now your enemy has put all the battleships and cruisers here, and both the destroyers, hilariously enough, went to A. So that means Ted is free to just simply bow into that one direction, and he's safe. Vista Vix Visterson
is now following.
Thank you for the follow. Hey Gary, how you doing? No, we don't feed them bacon. Although Stevie does like to lick my plate clean afterwards. Perfect reverse draw them in, give ground, not panicky, turning out like this. Right, exactly. And those 360-degree turrets are so nice. Now, in theory, your Tirpitz, Massachusetts, and Akizuki should be able to dispatch this Cossack by himself. Which means now, all it requires is Ted to not get himself surrounded by 3 battleships plus a Tago. That's all it is. All he needs to do. Let your Takao and Kutuzov farm. 6-minute high caliber. That's right, Viva. Yes, both of their destroyers lost to the battleships on west. Now, ooh, nice hit. Keep in mind that the destroyer that was out west originally, I think it was a Lightning, ended up detonating. Yeah, it was Lightning. But he might have done some damage to the Akizuki while he was in the process of detonating, or just before. I don't know. Now, the big threat, of course, is going to be that Bismarck. What's that Bismarck going to do? He might get on your side pretty quick. So, Tetster realizes that, and he's pulling forward now, because he wants to keep this island between him and the Bismarck. And why the Lenin is so comfortable? Right here. This says it all. Look how quickly he's able to re-engage the other flank. And now, look how quickly he's able to swap back again. Yeah, can I face them too, right? You're doing good. You bought the Talon this morning. You just unlocked the Riga. Okay, nice. This was 10-6. I'm not surprised, Ted, at all, after what I've seen today and when I played ranked recently. Now, Tago's got 10-kilometer torps, so you have to be careful not to push too hard into his torpedoes. I think at this point, though, Tedster says, "Oh, we won the game, GG, and time to get aggressive." I don't recommend this, but okay. Since you've done it, let's see what happens. He's just shoving his Russian bow right down their throat. Oh, somebody asked earlier about icebreaker bows. So, some ships, nice Citadel, some ships have extra armor plating on the bow just at the waterline. And I believe that they were called icebreaker bows simply because they were meant to do exactly what it sounds like. They were meant to make contact with ice and break it, you know, in cold weather, winters, and stuff like that. Makes sense for, like, Russian ships to have it, especially because, you know, their ports are typically cold water ports, aside from St. Petersburg is a warm water port, isn't it? Or is it a cold water port? I can't remember. But anyway, so when we say icebreaker bows, that's what we're talking about. They have increased armor at the water line, and why that's important is that most people, especially up close, when they shoot, in order to hit the ship, they have to shoot relatively low, close to the water line, so the shells will hit that water line, and they'll spread. Very late decision. I'm not sure why you didn't want to DCP here, but that's okay. Because, of course, you've got Kuznetsov. Opizov time. Right, exactly. So, in-game, that means certain ships, mainly the Russian cruisers, battleships, stuff like that, they have that extra one. Yeah, a bit of a misplay, Ted, but that's okay, because, LOL, your team's winning. Even if you die, you've run this Atago off so far away that there's no coming back for him. There it is. Wow. Nicely done, Ted. Abusing the Bismarck, that is very disgusting. Oh, on that note, what do you guys say we start up another giveaway, huh? And let's do CV crate codes. I've got 2 of those left. It gives you 3 containers, so you could possibly end up getting yourself a early access mission for CC contain or for German carriers. Keep in mind that you can only activate 2 codes per patch or whatever of these. So if you've gotten 2 already from other streamers, then you're not going to be able to get it from this.
Odd Edge is now following.
Odd Edge, thank you for follow. Did I mention I like stupid knife fights? Yeah, Ted, we know this about you. Cats do well without teeth. That's good to know.
Is now following.
Starboard 10, round the buoy and back again.
Wow. All right.
Danson 382 is now following.
Jemmy, thank you very much for the follow, and Danson, thank you as well. And Odd Hedge, thank you too. Does one only get 2 CC containers total, or does it reset? The CC containers, there's a different activation limit. I'm talking about just the CV crate codes. For whatever reason, they made it 2. You have jingles on the COSSACK? Yes, you do. Edge Case, thank you for doing moderation there. Is the Littorio the same as the Roma? Yes, it is, Wooden Chef. As a matter of fact, I have a clip on my from the last stream I did, I believe, where I showed that the Roma is that the Littorio has Roma on the actual camo itself, or naked camo, whatever. So yes, it's literally a copy paste. I just didn't post it to like everywhere because, while I think it's hilarious and funny, at the same time I'm not gonna just start, you know, using that as a way to blast wargaming or something. It's clearly an oversight that they made, and they'll probably fix it in an upcoming patch. Who cares? But it is the Roma, so if you like the Roma playstyle and you want another Roma, then the Littorio is there for you. Alright, so C-Red here is on loop. There's no carriers, and there happens to be a Z-23 right there who's just choosing to open up and shoot. Now, I wouldn't shoot yet. I wouldn't shoot yet. I'd look to see if the Benson was smoking. The Benson is smoking. Okay, if the Benson is smoking, then you want to be spotting for that Benson. So I wouldn't shoot until you absolutely needed to. I'm not drinking the seawater. Little White Mouse has a review of good. Jay Henrikin, hello again from Brazil. Where in Brazil did you say you were? And this is why I think it's a bad idea to shoot like you did, because now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus that 5th ship in smoke that can shoot you. And you also tell them where you are. So I probably would not have shot there at all. I would have continued getting around like to the side here, or, you know, looking for opportunities to just jam torpedoes in. You thought it was a bad idea in hindsight as well? I gotta say, you're extremely lucky you only lost like 596 hit points for doing that. Wow. Yeah, I thought the Benson did, but I don't know. Either way, you just lost your Benson. Oh, Monko, you're also Brazilian, huh? Nice. Someday I'm going to visit Brazil. It is on my list. I have no idea where that is, so I'm going to tab out and find it. Feijoada? That's a... Oh, it's Brazilian food. Okay. Now, you do have a chance, and that chance is your Olin is taking CCAP. Your group is really all together. So, honestly, a good place for you to be is kind of right here where the kid is, opposite the kid, to try to block screen torps and stuff like that. You going as far off as you are, why are you... I have no idea what you're doing here, man. This is your view, by the way. This is Red's view, so I guess he must have been looking at the map for some odd reason. Oh, this is when your pizza arrived. Oh my god, you got pizza while you were playing ranked. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Dirty water, huh? Let's take a look at this. Oh, okay. It's rum. Nice. Alright. So, C-Red is so awesome that he manages to get a kill while getting pizza. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You're very confused. You come back to a kill. Yeah. It's like rum, but not quite the same. Good to know. Very genius. Very genius. Gonna love it? Good to know, Manko. Thank you. You guys, now all this talk about pizza's making me hungry, so I'm gonna have a snack. Takao torpedoes the kid. That's very helpful. My wife bought some chocolate chip cookies from our local Jewel supermarket. Yeah, for Everlance, nothing hides the fact that you went AFK from your team than getting a kill while you're gone, right? And Edge, now you want a crappy hard slushy that your local gas station chain started offering. That sounds really yummy. I've never thought of that before. That sounds awesome.
Engine boost activated.
This was not ideal. No, it's not. You knew the Romo was coming right around the corner. Well, of course, because he wants you to torpedo him in the face. Clearly. I'd probably torpedo about here. Because you know he's just going to go like this, and he's going to head south a little bit. See what happens. No, the one rack doesn't kill it, but what he can do, assuming he gets a torpedo hit on the Roma, is he can stop and smoke, and hopefully the Takao or Turpitz will spot. Muddle lime slices with superfine sugar. File a tall grass with crushed ice. Fill with... Is it cachacha? Is that how you pronounce it? This is a special Roma. We see that.
Deactivated.
Yeah, this is where he only has narrow and single fire. So you could also single fire, but I think you're too far away for single fire. Cachaça. Got it. Oh, there you go again. You just did that. You just did that torpedo thing. Where you switch the torpedoes and then back to guns. You told the Roma, you torqued him. Eisenhower's, what's up? We're talking about alcohol. Welcome, just in time. Oh my god, okay. Now you're on radar from the Baltimore, but you've got a permaflood going on the Roma, so that's good. Arakatar, this is NA. This is the no, wait, no. I think this is the EU server, right? See, Red, you're in Europe? Yeah, EU. Why are you opening with guns? Personally, I would just fire torpedoes at him and start working towards, like, the middle of the map so you can, like, I don't know, fight the Z-23 or something. Yeah, your team doesn't want to win, that's right. You might get lucky, the Olin might kill the Baltimore. Pausing the game for a sec, because I just want to comment. If you had fired torpedoes at the Roma, and it started moving forward, assuming the torpedoes hit the Roma, you could have had your guns ready for that Z-23. Now, you're in a position where the Z-23 is shooting at you, the Tirpitz' secondaries are shooting at you, possibly Tirpitz as well, and if the Baltimore really wants to kill you, he can just pull forward around the island. All of that just so you can gun down the Roma. See what I mean? A little bit of target fixation there. So the reason here is because the Tirpitz was coming too close, Baltimore is behind the island, and Zed needed to show himself. Oh, he showed himself alright.
Smoke screen set.
Might as well DCP now. There you go.
Engine boost activated. Problem solved, sir.
We saw the radar about a minute ago. So Red is using the smoke as a way to get out of the Tirpitz's spotting range. That's very smart. Oland is getting trapped now. He's in the middle of all three ships, basically. Now you're switching to single fire torps. And just like that, the Olin died. Conga line torps. Suggestion might be to spread them a little bit more, especially with timing. And the problem is now you can't smoke. You got 5 smokes left, but you really can't. Now you can smoke because you're so far back, but I don't think those torps are going to hit. You saw the Balti was going south, so a little distance would save you from Balti radar. That's true. Oh my god, he's actually turning into the torpedoes. He was going to dodge them. I look away, and then he's turning back into them. Wow. Alright, so you guys are still winning, believe it or not, because you've got 2 caps to their 1. So all you have to do is not die here. And the same thing with their Takao over there. This sometimes is a harder task than you realize. Let's just say it that way.
Bacon underscore is underscore cool is now following.
Bacon underscore cool is following. Thank you very much. Bacon is cool. Love that name. And I agree, Bacon is cool. Stevie's cool too. Takao, death plus a touch throws it. Yes, it does. You like winning, but you don't like your team, though. Is there a... Who is that? Oh, the Takao is... gloating. Wow. Well, you won, so that's good. Jeez. You don't like seeing your teammates pushing up one by one and dying? I don't either. And J. Henry Kun, that's an amazing offer. Thank you so much, man. Oh, Tedster in the lightning now. What? Tedster, what are you doing in the lightning? Yep, 3 Vladivostoks. No, wait, what? There's only one. There's 3 Massachusettses. Which I'm not surprised to see.
Twat underscore nav is now following.
Twatnav, thank you for the follow. Hey, those of you that just recently followed, make sure you hit exclamation point ticket to get in for our drawing, okay? New to the game, so you can tell me about the torpedo... What? As in, what part of the ship is more damaged? You get extra with flooding. Yes, press the 2 key. You do get more damage from flooding. And what the part of the ship does more damage? Typically the midsection of the ship. Typically. I should back up. For a destroyer, the midsection. For a battleship, if it's got a torpedo defense system, like a torpedo bulge, then the bow or the stern does the most damage. Eisenhower's, my opinion of the Azure Lane Soviet Russia. So, Little White Mouse did some testing. Accuracy doesn't seem that great. It's an A-hull Sovietsky Soyuz. And the only thing that is, in my opinion, redeeming of her is that her turrets have twice the hit points. I don't know that it's worth spending a lot of money for more hit points on your turrets. Exactly right, Lethal. So personally, I would skip it. If you have a Lenin already, skip it. If you don't have a Lenin, buy the Lenin instead and skip it. Lethal's exactly right. If you get it for free, awesome. I would only buy it if you're like a hardcore Azure Lane fan and you've got like more money than God. Then by all means, spend away, support wargaming. You know, that's fine. There's your Benson. The enemy team lemming trained hard to see, so at this point, you're, well, kind of stopped right in front of those torpedoes. You're gonna have to move a little bit there, but you've got teams that are supporting you. Okay. So here is where you charge the Benson with Hydro. Baltimore kills the Aki. Nice. God is a spiritual entry. He has no pockets and no bank accounts. He has no money. But what does God need with the starship? Oh, I love that line. Is the test server validation of shipability for new players, Tuki? No. Everybody does stupid things on the test server because they can. Because why not? You really want to get new permanent camos for Kerfurst and Hindi. I don't want to play carriers to complete German CV tech. The teams want to spend 7k in dubs. Will more tokens be offered later? I don't think so, Dread Pirate. Yeah, people do stupid things in ranked as well. That's very true.
Smoke screen set.
So this is like maybe the second smoke where you're going to be run off. That's alright. I mean, it's smart to keep... Yeah, you're going to be run off the smoke. It's smart to keep moving back, because obviously there's that, but...
Torpedoes, get ahead.
Yeah, I would assume you'll see the camos again. Why would Wargaming spend money into developing stuff like that, only to have it disappear? Oh! Oh! Oh, a new challenger approaches! So now you're dealing with the Kagero and... Wow. You could switch to AP here for a shot or two. Oh, Benson right in front of you. Good thing you've got those 360-degree turrets, huh? Really, Ted? Really? Here's the part where you die. Or not.
Smoke screen set.
250 hit points. $249 more than you need. Hey Rune, how you doing, man? Everybody say hi to Rune. Let's shout him out. Arun is a community contributor. You are still a CC, aren't you, Arun? I haven't seen you posting for a while, but pretty awesome dude. Tedster, yes. Tedster finds ways to make things work that you just don't understand how they worked, but they do somehow. Uh-oh, everyone throwing shade on Tedster right there. Pretty sure that wasn't a legal move. Where did Stevie go? Hi. What's up? What's up? Stevie is, he was underneath my chair. I think he's wanting some food. Come here. See if I can get him on the lap for you. Here, let's turn you around this way. So everybody can say hello to you. Alright, lap cam, go! Boink. There he is. And Tedster with at least one torpedo. Yep, 2 torps on the Amagi. Tedster's got a maximum adrenaline rush. You bet someone at Wargaming has a cat named Steve? That would explain so much. Hi. He's an attention whore, and he's been so happy that I've been home. 2 weeks from now, I have to go back to school, and he's gonna really miss me. Yeah, you're gonna miss me, aren't you? I think we can surmise that the Ratago has radiolocation. Absolutely. Yeah, so at that point, you might be better off just torping the Amagi. Edge case, what happens if my streaming schedule when summer ends? It blows the F up. I go back to Sundays only. So I have just 2 more weeks of streaming on weekdays, guys, and then it's Sundays only.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Look at how close you're coming to that Atago's detection. Wow. Yeah, he's breathing down his neck, alright, but then for whatever reason he says, you know what? Chasing this guy when we're clearly going to lose the game is not worth my time. This is the part where Tedster, you shoot him, and then open up, you know, you just open up your guns once, and then you smoke immediately, get him to turn towards you, and just waste his time.
Smoke generator started.
Oh look, the Taco Fire torso? No, never mind. Notice how Tetster is aiming pretty high. He wants to hit the superstructure because his 120mm guns won't pen that much. Or they're not even 120s, right? They're like 113s or something. You like taunting himself with like, enjoy these torps, Atago? There you go, Arun. That'd be fun. This game is basically over. It's just a question of, does Ted want to get himself shot at? I doubt he does. Especially when you don't launch the torps. Oh, that's just mean. You torp Amagi and then you taunt the Atago. Yeah, there you go. Alright guys, next up is a Vanguard game. Ted, thank you for sending that one in. So Desta, I have a feeling that, I mean, I don't, again, here's the link to our tweet numbers. Yeah, I figured Vanguard might be kind of fun to take a look at. Oh, FIFA, this is your game. But anyway, wait, did we do this one already? No, okay, but you're with Khan and Camario too. Okay, but anyway, the economics behind selling them as bundles, I think Wargaming wants is monetization is a science. It really is a science, and I have a feeling that if the reason why they have, let me back up. If they're offering the commanders in a bundle, that's probably because they've determined that players either really like Azure Lane or they really don't. If they really like Azure Lane, then they're going to shell out the money for the captains. If they really don't like Azure Lane, then they're not. So my feeling on the matter is they probably figure that people aren't going to care to buy the commanders one by one by one. They're either all in or they're not. Now, for people who can't afford that entire bundle, I can understand maybe, you know, trying to sell like half in bundles or something, but I have a strong feeling it comes down to, you know, I don't like the forced selling in bundles, right? But I think they're expecting most people to buy all of them at once anyways. This game you decide to try and play it like a Thunderer. Ooh. Happa commented on the forum that it could also be due to licensing restrictions. That's true. We don't know the full story behind the collaborations that Wargaming is able to do with the various platforms. So, You got the... Oh yeah, you got the Nelson. You're happy with it because you don't have any and want to start the British battleship line. There you go. Eisenhower's, I understand completely. My wallet would also say no. But I'm not a huge Azure Lane fan, so when I see all this Azure Lane content, I could care less about it, personally. Stevie could care less about it too, as you can see. So, what do I do with the 3-point Leon captain that you won from Mouse? I don't know what you want to do with that, Dust. That's totally up to you. You were a ship collector, but you can't keep up anymore. Eisenhower's, I understand completely. Hot Dames, completely crazy pricing on Azure Lane. Well, it's okay. We know what you're saying. My guess is they know that real fans of Azure Lane will pay the money, plain and simple. And most people that aren't gonna buy it are probably not fans of Azure Lane. That's all. I demand Musashi. There you go. Get him to 19 points. Alright, so, hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Fine, thanks. I was just gonna say, so this is... Shards? Is that... Yeah. I hate this map.
So do I. I always take out the Vanguard every once in a while when playing with Camario because he despises it. Because someone gets him to buy it and he absolutely hates playing the ship.
Very nice. Hey, Game Prodigy.
Nav_999 is now following.
Thank you very much, Nav, for the follow. I have an idea for what I do when I get to that 5,000 follower celebration. I have a really good idea for that. I will tell you this: if I do this, it will be a challenge of skill. Vanguard is fun, but it's so big. The thing about Vanguard is it's got these 15-inch guns, all on a hull which is clad in 32mm armor. It's got a decent heal, but that's kind of like it.
You might as well play the Warspite.
Yeah. Hey, friends. Now you're a middle tier, so you've got to be careful on that Georgia, especially. The Lions will be problems too.
And we lost 2 ships already.
Yep. Now you've decided to head north because everybody likes to sit at A.
Is now following.
Yeah, and Khan's kind of alone right now, trying to turn out, and I don't want him to get spotted and deleted right away.
Mm-hmm. Code Track Box, thank you very much for the follow. Scurvy Sam is your in-game name, nice. Stevie has decided that he wants to just be annoying. That's what he does, he just sits right there. He'll eventually get up.
I'm gonna play it here like I do on the Thunder, where with Cunningham, where you just try to get a Wither early and activate it as fast as you can.
Do you have Cunningham on this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Looks, well, you've got the Dunkirk flag on it. Huh, cool.
Yeah, it's Cunningham.
Yep. Colored shell tracers, give it away. I usually don't run the coloreds. I always turn them off so that people don't think I'm using a special captain, and then they see fireworks and say crap. I like to go for that stealth, you know.
I definitely turn them off in CBs because I think it makes it easier to see where the shells are going, and it's not like the captains provide any bonuses in CBs anyways.
That's true. However, actually in clan battles, I might turn the tracers on just so I know where my shells are hitting compared to my teammates. Okay, your team can finally break out of ACAP.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like real life, different colored shells, exactly.
The enemy's doing the same thing on the C-Cab.
This is what always happens on this map, so I hate it. Because it takes forever for your teammates to get out of the cap that they've won.
Right.
Yeah, historically speaking, like Arun is saying, historically speaking, a lot of the shells had different colored, was it gunpowder or whatever? But basically, when they would explode, they would explode with different colors, so you could see, you know, what ship was shooting what. And it worked really well for anti-air shells too. Yeah, dye bags, right. I like this map because I can YOLO to one side and then surprise somebody. There you go. When you do it in a Stalingrad, you always run into a curve first and you just die. But you keep doing it, Arun, because it's fun. And the Amalfi torpedoed in Edinburgh. That is sadness right there.
Yeah. He rushed right up to him and torpedoed him.
Such sadness. Sometimes it works out great, Arun. Okay. Meanwhile, Jean Bart is doing the French maneuver. And it's only a matter of time before he goes.
Yeah. And I'm getting really bad fire RNG here.
I noticed that.
I mean, it doesn't have the improved HE shells of the normal British battleships, but it's still a battleship HE.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, you do what I do. You start complaining in chat or voice comms about how much your RNG sucks. And then your next salvo, you get blessed with at least one fire.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing that's kind of nice about firing HE in a battleship is that a lot of people, as soon as they see you shooting HE, they just write you off as, you know, terrible player. You don't have to worry about them.
Right. Sometimes you get them to turn broadside to you then.
Mm-hmm.
This guy doesn't know how smoke firing penalty works.
Very common in randoms, but we also saw that in clan battles a lot with the Venezia.
Yeah.
Hey, once upon a time there was no smoke fire penalty. Those were the good old days.
That would have been insane with Kuchazov.
It was. Even more insane was when you played Supremacy League and you used a Benson to smoke up an Amagi or North Carolina, and then they would just smoke fire for free for a minute and a half or whatever.
Destroyed one of his turrets.
Yep. Akizuki could stealth fire from 9.1 kilometers away. I remember that, Arun. You just couldn't hit crap with it, but I remember that. Alright, well, you've managed to start 4 fires. You haven't done that much damage, but your team is winning. So there's that.
Yeah, they're trying.
Ah, I see you found your next prey, the lion over there.
Yeah, they had 2 lions over there, but the other one had a terrible game because he put on a Spring Sky camo.
Why would you do that? Maybe if it was the 100%, I can kind of understand, but no. No. Nowadays,
We
you
have a
yeah.
we have a rule in our clan: you cannot wear Spring Sky camo in clan battles.
Really? Why not?
Bad luck.
Oh. I see that.
We beat 007 once because Virtual Senpai was wearing Spring Sky. We beat them.
Now, I've been actually saving my Spring Sky for Clan Brawl, because I think that's a better use of it.
Yeah, that one for sure, especially early on when there's so many people playing.
Exactly. Virtual Senpai losing patience in ranked? Look at you being a teammate and shooting at the destroyer. Oh well.
Naked AKIZUKI.
Yep. You just took 16 inches in the face. Arun, you love ranked? Ugh. Why do you love ranked? I usually play up to rank 6 and then I'm done.
Yeah, I get whatever amount of steel comes easy, and then once it starts getting hard or annoying, I just quit.
That's why I stop at 6. Because once you get to 6, it takes you 9 more stars to get to the next drop of steel, because you have to get through rank 5. That's a lot of battles for 500 more steel.
Yeah.
To win money in ranked is good, yeah, that's true. And people sometimes try to win. Emphasis on that sometimes, right?
So we're definitely starting to throw here.
Uh-huh. I was just about to mention that.
Colorado's just eating it in the face.
Now, when you get Witherer, that's a 10% increase in your reload, isn't it? Or decrease? Yeah.
It's really nice on the Goliath, that's what I have him spec for.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I could see that working out. I
feel like you have to put range mod on Goliath because the range is so terrible for how squishy the ship is.
Yeah. I think I bought the... no, I've researched the Goliath, but I don't think I bought it yet, just because... I don't know, I really hated the Drake, and I just don't feel like buying the Goliath.
I actually put a permacamo on it. I enjoy it. It's not good for the PR, because most of the players that have it are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do, like, I don't know, 130, 140 a game, plus get at least 1 kill to keep it above 2100.
Hmm.
But I mean the HE salvos are like 8 to 10k a salvo.
Sure. And that's great for the 1 or 2 salvos that you are alive, and then a battleship will hit you, and you know, you take 3 citadels and you're down in 10% health. But that's okay, you've got a super heal.
Yeah, I do have my potential damage record in the Goliath though, like 5.5 million.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And yeah, that's a good point, Puddin'. Thank you for the reminder. The Naval Legends, there's a thing going on where they're giving you codes if you watch the Naval Legends videos this week, so... You still haven't gotten your Witherer.
No.
Now you need 1 more kill though, and you'll get another consumable, so that will definitely help. And look, it's now your div versus the world. Too big for Panama is the code, right there in chat, guys. Total of ships in the game with 406 millimeter guns at Ernikas, there's, I would say probably around 20 something at this point. USN battleship starting at tier 7, so that would be Colorado, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Massachusetts Black, Alabama Super Test, Iowa, Missouri, Montana. So there's 9 American all alone by already. Yeah, there you go. I like how the fireworks go up and then you hear fire. That kind of works really well. Alright, so what's your play here? You gonna rush him and then smack AP into him?
That's the idea.
Got it. Because he's gonna see you spamming HE at him and he's gonna think, ah, this guy's trying to burn me down.
Which would be stupid to try to do to a line that hasn't had to use a single heal.
It's only stupid if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
406, Eder. But NA, you get better games, you think so, Quad? Okay. Last salvo of HE. Yes, thought so. Now comes the part where you get ready for the joust. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a joust in battleships, here it is. You keep your... Ah, there's your wither. You keep your turrets angled, ready to go. You laugh as they show broadside. Oh, this guy turned away pretty early.
Yeah.
Sadness.
That horrendous firing angles on Vanguard's rear turrets.
Mm-hmm. But, I think you surprised him a little bit. Now he's going to turn back in order to get his front turrets to shoot at you.
The CB's going to come and ruin the fun.
Fun police. That was definitely behind. I think he overpinned his stern.
Yeah.
You're lucky he switched to AP, though.
Yeah, he probably could have killed me with an HE salvo.
Definitely.
Torpedoes direct front.
There you go. Red October maneuver. And the dodge. Wow. And there you go. Hey, cool. We got a death pick for the first time. Only took us 4 hours. 3 hours. Oh well. You're playing the Vanguard. What do you expect, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta say, that looks pretty damn awesome. With the shells coming in, the shell tracers and everything. Yeah. I can dig it. Those of you new to the stream, if you send in a replay and you die, we take pictures of you dying. Nothing morbid about it, we just like it, that's all. So at this point, was Camario saying, this is what you get for playing this crappy ship?
Yeah, and I was ruining his time in his shiny new Z35 because I think this was the day it came out. Is when I played this game.
Very nice. Alright. And at this point, now it's just Khan. That's it. Can you win? Nope.
No. Ran out of time.
Mm-hmm. I love that square butt on the ship. It's like they couldn't just round it off. They had to just save that little bit of extra armor cost by just squaring it.
Which is funny because then the mechanics of this game cause you to be able to do so much damage to the rear of British ships.
Yep. Oh well, we get to watch you sink there. The 2 or 3 seconds you waited getting all turrets on target cost you that fight there. That's what Ted says.
I can see that. I was just worried about opening up too far because of the horrible rear angles.
I'll tell you what, if the Lion wasn't such a scaredy cat and turned in like most battleships would do, you probably would have come out of that winning. But because he turned away, he opened up that distance and made you work extra hard to get your rear guns open on him. And that's game. Well, thanks for
thanks
sending
for
that
replay.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off and have some dinner.
Enjoy it. What's for dinner?
Chicken mushroom my wife just made.
Ooh, yum yum.
Alright, thanks.
Yep. Moving up, we're going to the WESER, the Tier 6 German carrier. Weird song. Moving on. Not a bad play from the Lion to not take the joust, but you missed the opportunity to strike him right then and there. Yeah. Yeah, I think overall his aim was a little behind. Oh, double carrier game. This is just a math teacher. Nice. We haven't seen one of his replays in a long time. Let's see what happens here. Math teacher as reviewed by a history teacher. That's right, Edge. Interesting decision to go for torpedoes on the Emerald. I probably would have gone for torpedoes on the TED-22 first. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at you. You've got loot gens on the carrier, huh? Get them both at once? No, they don't, Arun. Still bugged. Once upon a time on the old RTS system, if you had, like, if you selected 1, 2, and 3 and you, like, highlighted them, you could still see the dropper, the icons, but nah. Don't worry, they'll fix it at some point. What do we got? 5s and 6s. Was this the... I think this guy was the Bismarck in my ranked game earlier today, guys. Or Tirpitz. The one where I died in the middle of the map to the Lenin. The second ranked game. Everyone, that's a good point. At least it works, right? You're flying through the Furious airfield, that's not going to help. In general, it feels like you're trying too hard to force the action. And I think in carrier you really need to take your time and let the action come to you. I'm surprised he doesn't dump planes. You mean like pre-dropping, Arun? Well, he's in a tier 5-6 game, so, I mean, he doesn't need to pre-drop necessarily, but at the same time, he's not really making much happen with his planes too, so. And then you get 3 Citadels. One thing too that I notice, generally speaking, especially with these rocket planes, I find, and Edge, please comment accordingly, but I find that it works better to wait on your W key, on your engine boost charge, whatever, until you're in a position to start your attack run, and then you want to use the W key to zoom in and get through as much anti-air as possible. as quickly as possible. No need to have all 4 there in the drop, though. It's true. Oh, you're down a battleship and a destroyer. You also want to do the drop with W and S, especially. What do you mean by with W and S, Arun? You mean W in to get to the anti-airfield, and then S to slow down so you can precisely hit your target? If you have a... I click when I need to go under flak, or I'm at the range I need for the reticule, whichever comes first. Got it, edge case. Arun says if you have a flak bubble that appears in front of you, then you want to hit S to slow down so that you're able to dodge.
Cold Jet is now following.
When you go at max speed with W, you can slow down with S to go through the flak bubble without getting hit. Got it. Cold Jet, thank you for the follow. I noticed that too, if you slow down the flak, but it's almost counterintuitive because you're trying to get through the flak as quickly as possible, right? Alright, you got a torpedo hit on the destroyer finally, that's good. Gotta love these biplanes. They look so cool. Just cruising along with their gigantic AP bomb. Yeah, give it a try. It takes a little bit of getting used to, that's for sure. Are you gonna AP bomb the TED-22? Okay, good, you didn't. You're gonna go for the New York. That's okay, you can do that. Doing a little wiggle action, trying to dodge flak. And here we go. Very early drop there, but he still managed to get 2 Citadel hits. It's not the fast or slow. What do you mean by the pulsing edge? And of course, there's no Citadel there. You guys are down 5 ships now to their 2. Flak comes in pulses, it does a certain pattern. So if you know what the pattern is, you can try to dodge it. Is that the idea? Oh look, a destroyer. Oh good, he's stopping right in front of you. Perfect. Easy torpedo hit. Pattern syncs with your flight. So if you just fly without speed changes, you get hit, right? I don't know, I always find ways to fly into the flak even if I'm trying to change speed or course. No horsefly from your bike ride, Alec? Well, that's good to hear. Welcome back, we're looking at the new Tier 6 German carrier WESER. AA spawns a distance in front of your planes that's partly based on the speed you're going. Okay. Does it impact does course changes impact it at all? Because I think that might be my problem. I'm trying to dodge left and right instead of dodging forward and backward. So if you boost hard, it will spawn the flak really far out. At that point, you brake and never touch it before time's out. Okay. Oh look, you've got secondaries going on target. That's fun. If you brake, it will spawn close. You can boost through the burst spawn point before it becomes active. But you can't go to constant speed. Alec, get home and then watch. You don't have to type while you're biking. Once you start drop, you really can't turn anymore, right? Good to know, because I always like I always find when I go in, I run into problems where like my planes just get completely wrecked no matter what I try to do. Especially in the German carrier planes. They just seem to like take flak no matter what. Smoker, how you doing? Welcome to the replay theater. We are looking at Just a Math Teacher, displaying the new Tier 6 German carrier. Make sure you hit exclamation point ticket. We're giving away 3 German CV container codes, so you can possibly get your own what do you call it? Preview version of the carrier, whatever. Early access version. It is pretty dope. Now you have to be a follower in order to win, Smoke. And that's for anybody else too, by the way. Gonna put a plane up in front of your new mechs. Generally speaking, you'd want to put it about here so that the new mechs can sail into it. I'm doing fine, thank you very much. German dive bombers deal with a lot of flak because they have to get so close to the target to start a drop. It's made worse by the fact you can't look up at flak and down at the target at the same time due to the angle. That's right. Oh, look at you going for the greedy drop here. Now, we can't see the reticule, but he probably can drop right about here. And the torps will spawn. Yep. Wow. He did drop a torpedo on the beach. Alright, you're still down by quite a few ships. 6 on 4 now. For whatever reason, your Ryujo is trying to kill the Pensacola. I don't know why. Of all the ships in the match, the Pensacola probably has the best anti-air, so why go after it? The Fuso contender. Watch for epic Pagoda on Pagoda versus Crown Nest Extraordinaire, right? Oh, that's true, right, because the VESER's got that gigantic mast on the top of it. Oh, hey, the Pensacola did die. That's interesting. Oh, chain it, chain it, chain it. Get the Koenig, get the Koenig. Forget the Fuso, he's being protected by planes anyways. There you go, you saw it. Now the worst thing that you can do in a carrier game like this, if you're on the enemy team, is split up. Which is basically what your battleships have done, or the enemy battleships have done. They're all over the place. Whereas your 2 battleships are together, and they're close to you, so you can try to keep them living and defended stuff, so that's good. Anyone's getting a midway vibe? There you go, Alec. I think these are AP dive bombers? Yes. And Citadel. Koenig is dead, so now it's even. But you're still down quite heavily on points. And you can do a drop on the front and maybe pull the Furious planes away. There you go. And you did both. Here comes your air superiority talent. Now you got enough ribbons, so now you get your aircraft restoration time increased, which is pretty nice. It's one thing I never got a chance to try doing is playing loot gens on the German carriers. I should try that, I guess. Yep, he hasn't run low on planes all match, thanks to tier 6. And the Queen Elizabeth is AFK. How ridiculous is it that you almost lost the game with an AFK? 5 Minuten. Yeah, the other one that would help right now is the one where you spot three more. There it is, 3 more ships. That's exemplary reconnaissance. And now you can see he's getting a slight heal on his carrier. I probably would have kept trying to drop on the Queen Elizabeth to start a flood, because once you start that flood, then that's continual damage that you're doing. This is great though. I mean, now it's just down to you guys messing with the 2 carriers that are left. That works quite well, actually. Of course, no Citadel. Completely still target. Can't get a Citadel. No, he hasn't really used the rockets that much, and I don't blame him. Although, rockets against the carriers would be pretty powerful. There's the 2 Citadels. The other thing to think about with your rockets is the rocket hits get you more penetration, or more hit ribbons. And when you're playing with loot gens, you want to get as many hits as possible, many ribbons as possible, to activate the talent where you can, you know, increase your plane regeneration as early as possible. The earlier you proc that, then the more planes effectively you have in the rest of the game. So I covered a game, oh god, months ago now, by Grunty in the Graf step where he did just that. He spammed the rocket planes early on so he could proc the loot gen skill, and then he switched to torpedo bombers and just wrecked face with them. Can you get exemplary recon more than once? Every 3 ships you can get it, yes. He actually procced it twice this game. The first time he got it, it was the early part of the battle and he was at full health, so it didn't matter. Why are you pre-dropping now? Now's the time to not pre-drop. Oh, because you're going into you're going into the cap planes. I see. He only wants to lose the 3 there. There you go. And of course he's going to go in cap C because that's more XP for him. If you get the tier 6, the WESER, it's a good idea to play the ship in the scenarios because you go up against an awful lot of lower tier cruisers especially. So it's a really good opportunity for you to practice using your AP rocket strikes. And you still get really good XP earnings from playing the tier 6 operations. So why not? That's one fatal flaw with the AP rockets. When you go over these islands, it kind of really messes with the reticule. Foreverlands, if you want to finish the collection, go for it. I think it's really cool that you can spend coal in order to finish that collection off. I can't remember what you get for completing it. Yeah, Paradot, I know what you mean. You can use the islands for crazy shots. At some point I'll get to that far in skill level, but I'm not quite there yet. And this game is over. Alright. Math teacher, thank you for sending that in. We're going to do one more game, and then I'm going to switch over to play Kingdom Wars, which is a game I've wanted to kind of play around with and show you guys for a while. Check it out. 22 Citadels, yeah. AP rockets are a thing. And AP bombs. The thing about the German carriers is that they're all about doing large citadel damage, which doesn't get healed back that easily, so... Oh, okay, you want to get the permanent Eagle Camel for the Cleveland. I guess if you want to spam games in the Cleveland, sure. But otherwise, I don't know that it matters that much at that case. So this is Grunty. I was just talking about Grunty. You're about to jump into the Cleveland? I mean, if you don't have a lot of single-use camos and you want the perma camo for Cleveland, then sure. Go for it. Otherwise, personally, I wouldn't do it. Unless it was to get, like, Halsey. But Halsey is from the campaign tasks, so... Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I probably wouldn't do it, but... If you want to finish the collection... Wargaming does a really nice job with the collection. It's really good, artwork, and the stuff in there is pretty cool. What are you watching, Grunty? You're watching you, sir. This is your bottom tier Zeppelin game that you sent me. Where you start by scouting with your AP bombers, because those AP bombers are the worst of the planes, right? It's painful? Good. And Grunty just likes fireworks, so he's gonna go and scout everything. So the Otago is barely moving. So of course you get a Citadel on. Good. AP bombers are also fast, which helps for scouting, yes. And you can see now he's using rockets. Yeah, good morning, late loader. I'm guessing Grunty's gonna line up for the Alaska, but we'll see. He's detected, so there's a destroyer nearby too. That's an Ostergotland or Xinjiang. It'll probably be the Ostergotland, but you hope for the Xinjiang, of course. What ship has the most flak bubbles that's not a CV? I don't know, Aaron, do you? Are you giving me trivia here? And you've already lost a ship. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, you've lost a ship. Good times. I'm not sure either. Stevie looks so comfortable. Kremlin? Yeah, they did lower the amount of flak, and they decreased the health of the Kremlin's anti-air guns. We all remember that. Torpedo bombers now in the Alaska. Xinjiang's dead. Okay, so now it's just the Ostergotland left. Nice torpedoes, all 3 hit. Kremlin has no puffs after a couple shots. So here's where the island might mess. Oh, that's right. This is Zeppelin. Never mind. You're using. Oh, you're using torpedo bombers. Derp. Never mind. Hey, Napalm. Good to see you again. Back to the rockets now. You're pretty far from activating that talent. So, Grunty, why do you keep hitting the W key here instead of just using your engine boost consumable to, you know, get your boost up? Aww. You're trying to save the consumer for later. Got it. It's a problem that I have. I often hit the R key to try to, you know, get my boost up so I can try to hit something else quickly. You want to front load your impact since the game might be over later. Actually a pretty decent hit with those AP rockets. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, you're in a GRAF Zeppelin. I keep forgetting that. So you've got the HE rockets. So those are what you would expect from point and click drops. Derp. Gonna put a plane over the Kremlin? Yeah. That was behind though, but I think you're expecting the planes to continue into your field. Reticule is nerfed hard next patch. Because of that rotated reticule thing. Rotated reticule is much less forgiving. Okay. Yeah, they all look like Enterprise, right? Well, that's fine if that's what makes it so that carriers can't impact destroyers as much. That's okay. We'll have to see.
Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
You guys are in the lead. This is a standard battle, of course, so your Kremlin is overextending quite a bit. Here come your AP bombs for the side. You have the Palmer in your game, Felipe? That is a test ship. It's a German Tier 9 battleship that's being tested. Oh, nice Citadel hit.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört.
There goes the Kremlin. So Friedrich de Grosse with 12 15-inch guns and Tirpitz torpedoes. There you go. Thanks, Nevermore. I know it's posted in the dev blog and stuff, but as a tester, I really can't be... I can't comment on the performance characteristics other than what's been posted in dev blog, but I can't remember what's in dev blog, so I just don't say anything. Torpedo time for the Republic. You better hope you don't run into the Ostergotland. Now you guys are down points, even on ships, although they've got a battleship that you don't have, an extra one. See that full HP Bismarck? Keep that in mind for a minute. Will do. I guess I'm gonna assume he's about to get like torqued by the Ostergotland and take like all the torps or something ridiculous like that. Alright, Bismarck time. Oh wow, you can Citadel Bismarcks with Graf Zeppelin EV bombs, huh? Cool. By the way, Grunty, was this on the EU or the NA server? And yeah, those sounds are when you're hitting the W key and you're hitting the limit of boost, so you can't go any faster. This is on NA, okay. Oh look, the Bismarck's dead. From full health to no health. Aw, your kill was stolen from ya. Can you turn that sound off, Sanctus? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's hard-coded in the game. I agree, it's annoying as hell. Yeah, the island collision's very annoying too. Well, rating, you can actually turn ship horns off. If you go into your settings, and then your audio, you can turn ship horns off right there. Rip your Drake. You want to turn up island collision? It's too quiet? Huh. At this point, I might move my carrier someplace closer just to try to get your planes closer, because you're absolutely right, they really are trying to lose the game. You like honking at somebody as you sail by? Yeah. I like it too, it's fun. There you go, you finally got your air supremacy talent, or superiority talent. Way too late, yeah. Well, last time you sent me a game in the Graf Zepp, you were spamming the AP, or the regular rocket planes. Try to get as many hits in as possible. Republic anti-air is too strong. So you were afraid that if you would use your rockets earlier, then you wouldn't be able to get, they would just die too quick? Is that your concern? Because of the anti-air? Well, you got 5 minutes to get a solo warrior. Okay. Four minutes left. Looks like you might be... Oh, okay, there's the repub. And the Alaska. So the nice thing is that they're all pretty low. Oh wow, yeah, they are. They are all pretty low. They're all conga lining together too, which makes it really hard for you to get your strikes in, as you can see. Very smart of the enemy team to do that. Oh wow. Okay, so the Implacables bombers procced your fighter. Or pulled your fighter off at least, so there they go. That's pretty funny to watch. Okay, AP bombs time. At least it's a full squadron, so you're gonna get one strike in. Let's hope it's a good enough one to get yourself a kill. It is. That's the M key, the map key, to move the carrier about just a little bit. Another wave of AP bombers. This time I'm guessing you're going to try getting the Republic down. 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes to go. Can you do this? Oh no, these are torpedo bombers, I'm sorry. They looked like they had AP bombs. There it is. Alright, so now you have to kill the Ostergotland. And you've got AP bombs to do that. Okay. On the bright side, doing this might trigger his anti-air's defensive fire. Got no rockets left, right? Hey, Albino Rhino, how you doing? Arun, you said you were messing with flak in training room. You detonated the bot Montana. Nice. I'm doing fine, thanks. This is going to be the last replay that we're doing for our stream, and then we're going to transition to a different game. Plague Kingdom Wars, which is a game that looks kind of promising. Thought I would check it out. It's a new game. A decent hit there, though. One more strike like that'll do it. My problem is you don't have that many rockets left, like you said.
Private_Scorpion is now following.
Private Scorpion, thank you for the follow, and I think it's hilarious that the text-to-speech actually recognizes Private. Stevie's like just happy chilling there. You see that? The Ostergotland played it very smart, running to the carrier. Absolutely. That's what he should be doing. And if you can force the engagement on their cap, you can win it. But there's only 38 seconds left, though. Oh, that flak hit. Come on. Nope. Ouch. Stream's going fine, thank you very much. Darn intelligent destroyer players, they're busy making the CPDD interaction look better than it really is. There you go. And with that, you lose. Well, Grunty, thanks for sending that in. It sucks it's a loss, but it's always good to get Zaz Replay Theater's win rate down just a little bit, so very helpful there. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Makes you angry at your team watching this again? It happens, man. The only thing I could have said differently would have been to put your carrier closer in the mid game, like I mentioned earlier. That's the only thing I could think of that you could have done differently. But it is what it is. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, just do a couple quick things for a break, and we're gonna run a 3-minute ad break, and then I'm gonna jump into play Kingdom Wars. When I get back from the ad, I'm gonna do my drawing for the German carrier container. So if you haven't yet hit exclamation point ticket, make sure you do so. You should not have attacked that Alaska with rockets at the start. Because you lost too many in the process. Alright, we shall be right back, guys. What I'm going to do now, before I forget, because I always forget this, is I'm going to re-enable my mods, so that's done. And, what else do I need to do? I need to get the game running. Alright, be right back, guys. All right.